Hey, what's up guys? It's Ella921. I'm about to play some prison architect, so let's create a new prison. I want to go off with large. And I want to have gangs. No events for now. It just gets kinda annoying. Anyway, I'm here just to go the basics, the beginning of the game, how to get started, I guess. I know I'm not the most, creative person when it comes to games like this, but I still like to have some fun with it. And so yeah, you can judge my design all you want. I'm not really too creative. I just go along with it and go with the flow. Anyway, so basically first I wanted to lay the foundation from here, and the workers get started on it immediately. Now to get things speed up a little bit, I wanna hire more workers. And now the workers are gonna get rid of these trees in the way, so there's gonna be piles of logs and stuff that you can go into objects now and go on sell object and sell these logs. That's also a good way of getting money if you're really running low and you have no more grants to get at the time. Anyway, first of all, now we want to go on the right bottom corner, get into reports, intake, and take the prisoner intake down altogether, so we actually have the prison build up whatsoever before we actually take the prisoners in. Otherwise we're gonna be pretty screwed if we don't have anything ready and they're just bringing them in, so we want to do that. Anyway, now over here it says you obviously require an entrance. You go onto objects, whoops, large jail door. That's what I like to use on both ways. Like, I have usually two entrances here. So anyway, let's get rid of these, sell those away. Here we are. Okay, the foundation is done. Now obviously we're gonna need some water going on in the prison and electricity, so let's go on utilities, power station, and put one of these outside somewhere, as well as one water pump station. Now we're gonna need electrical cable to connect to the water pump station and all around the prison, so let's just do it like this, for example. It doesn't really matter how you lay your electrical lines and cables, as long as they're, somewhere inside the prison, or, for it to have some light. Okay. Now, I'm gonna, oh right, my system overload, so we need to go on utilities again. There was, too much cable and not for enough this power station to run it on its own, so this is gonna increase that. We're gonna lay a couple of those down. It needs to be right next to a power station, I think, for it to work. So once those have been put down, I can turn this power station on again, and it's gonna be able to run the electricity around the prison. Yeah, there's this bar here that if it goes all the way to the top, then pretty much system overload. Therefore you need another power station or more of these little thingies there. Now right bottom corner we have grants here in the tab. Over here you can take grants, which is gonna go onto your to-do list. There's like different goals and different stuff. Anyway, you can have 2 grants at a time, so we're gonna pick the 2 top ones. I usually work my way from top to bottom. Now we have on our to-do list, we have different goals here that once we get sorted all these, then I'm gonna get 10,000 out of it, and I already got part of those grants. And yeah, so basically we want to work through those and say what it do what it says here. First of all, build a holding cell. Okay, let's go on to rooms here. Holding cell, here we have. There it also says the room requirements when you just hover your mouse cursor over it. It also should say it when you just, you know, lay down here. I want the holding cell to be, you know, okay sizable. Minimum size 5x5, enclosed indoors toilet bench. Now we want to put a wall around it, obviously, and leave a little gap for the entrance, I think. Maybe not. Maybe why not two, you know? Objects, child door, ×2. It don't really matter. It depends what kind of doors you want to use, but through these child doors only, you know, guards can let you in and let you out. With the basic doors, anybody can go in, anybody can go out, and so on. Now we want to add, what did it need? Toilet and bench. We have benches here. I'm gonna add a couple of those. Here we are. And then we need a toilet. A couple of those as well, why not? And now the workers are gonna get to it. Get that built. And obviously, since we added the toilets around here, it's gonna need some water system going on to them, obviously. So we're gonna have to get into utilities, pick the large pipe or, you know, small pipe, I don't know. Alright, once they do all that, I think it should be done. Yeah. Now it just says there are no canteens accessible by this cell, but we're gonna get into those shortly. Now build a shower. Okay, let's go back into rooms. Shower. I'm just gonna... I don't know what size I should make it, but it don't really matter, I guess. Though usually there can be fights breaking out in the shower room. I don't know why that is, but it's usually the case. I'll just put it here like that. It's pretty sizable now, but you know, whatever. Leave a couple gaps there for the doorways. I'm gonna use the basic tools for that one, so the prisoners can go in whenever they want. Now that it needs shower heads, so let's put quite a few of those anyway for the beginning. Alright, now we need to put the water running to those as well. We have to run these right over the shower heads for it to work. And that should do it. That's the shower room done. Apart from I want to put some drains, obviously. Otherwise the places are gonna get flooded. I usually try and stack them in front of the doorways, because otherwise, I don't know, the water always gets through. I know that looks maybe a little bit ridiculous, but you know, I find it helpful. So why not? Okay, shower done. And we want to make a yard. Yard doesn't really require anything unless you want to add some workout benches or something that I usually add in there. But I'm just going over the basics right now, so I'm just putting the walls around that. You don't have to put any foundation or anything for the yard, so just put walls and an entrance, and that's it. Then you just have to mark it as yard over here, and yard is done for now anyway. Okay, now then, I'm gonna sell those piles of logs over there. Now that yard is done, shower is done, holding cell is done, we're gonna get into the kitchen. Now if I'm gonna make a kitchen and canteen pretty close to each other, I realize that this amount of space is maybe gonna be a little too small, so I'm gonna, you know, get the prison a little bigger, grow it a little bit. So I'm gonna lay the foundation here and just kind of continue it. You don't have to put walls itself, foundation does it automatically there, so. I'm gonna sell these piles of logs. Now it needs an entrance, as usual. I still find this maybe a little bit small, but you know, I don't think it matters right now. I'm just trying to show you guys the basics. Now we need some light here and electricity running over here as well, so let's put it like that. Same with the yard. Okay, they're getting on with it. Now kitchen over here. The game auto saves every now and then, so you don't have to worry about saving the game all too often. I'm just gonna make it kind of small for now, I guess. The kitchen's gonna be just like that, I guess. Now I'm gonna put walls around it. Whoops, here we are. Whoa, I'm doing the wrong thing. Concrete wall, here we are. Leave a little gap there for the doorway. Staff door for now, I guess, so only staff can get in. Unless the prisoners have keys for some reason. Kitchen needs cooker, fridge and sink. So couple cookers here, then sink in the middle, why not? I know this is not gonna make much sense, but you know, bear with me. And now we need to add electricity to the cookers obviously, and the sink and everywhere, so I'm just putting kind of like zigzag here right now. And we also need to attach the water going to the sinks, so let's do it like that. And kitchen is done. Now we're gonna make the canteen here right next to it. Just like so. Canteen needs table, bench and serving table. First I'm gonna lay off some tables here. And then the benches. Whoops. Now the serving table, where the food will be served. Okay, that'll be fine. Just an example anyway. Okay, so canteen, kitchen, holding cell, shower and yard is done. Now we want to go on to staff, because it says hire at least 2 guards. Staff, guard, add 2 of those, that's done. Hire at least 2 cooks, cook 2 of these, and done. So basically that was the first grant done, which is pretty simple, and this is what you need in the beginning to actually start your prison with. I usually continue here from from here a little further till I run out of money, till I start taking more prisoners in, and actually I would probably lay more foundation here, extend the prison and make few cells for the prisoners. For now they would be held in the holding cell, but you know, it's nice for them to have their own cells obviously, otherwise they get mad eventually. But yeah, this is basically what you need in the beginning, and now that I've finished one of the grants I can go into repose and take another one. So we have more to do here. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it here guys. This is just the beginning really, and what you need to start it off with. And now to actually get the intake going on, you can go to the intake tab and you know, decide here how many prisoners you want to take. Medium, max or minimum security, and depending all that, you know, if you take max security and the more people you take, you get more money, and you know, all that. But anyway, keep on watching my videos, subscribe, like, comment, any of that is highly appreciated. Stay tuned for more gameplay videos, and yeah, thank you, bye bye.